Hi, Austin. How you doing? So I've got your PDF up here, and I know I don't know if you were in discussion board, but I was giving um, I was just marking up PDFs and returning them to students this week, just to give like a different idea of some of the different ways that you might receive critique in a studio setting. So I didn't want to do that here because, to be honest with you, I didn't realize this post was here, and I just want to show you something real quick. I would have seen this post a couple of days ago, but have you ever used this right up here, this messages? Um, it's really good because every time your instructor opens up their interface, that lights up telling them there's a message. There's no way you can miss a message like this. So unfortunately, this was in grading, so I didn't get to it, and I really wanted to get to it sooner. So that's why I'm doing this video. So let's do this. Okay, so let's just start with the cover. Okay, now first of all, you said that you had some computer issues, and I get that, it happens. Obviously, you've been doing some work here, and that's awesome, and you're really doing some good stuff. So I think that with a few minor adjustments, I think this can be turned from a really good presentation to an outstanding presentation. So let me just go through the work, telling you what I see. And okay, let's start with the cover. Okay, the cover is this gorgeous image of winter in the Great Wall of China. So this is a wonderful image. I think it's cropped funny though. Let me just do something here real quick. Hopefully um, my Acrobat's been running really, really slowly. So I was going to say hopefully. So what I was going to say is I just want to draw this guy right here. Just want to draw this box. I can just give him an idea how this could possibly be cropped. Maybe something like that. Because what I'm getting at is we really don't need all this snow right here. That snow. Don't really need that in the foreground. It's more distracting than anything else. Think about a crop like that. Now and then, when I was looking at that, I also noticed your page size. Now I see you're at 8.5 by 11, which would give you 11 by 17. I'm sorry, it would give you 17 by 11 as your spread size, right? Two 8.5s together equals 17, and then your 11 height of the page. So I'm not real sure if that's the best. I mean, even an 8 by 10 is better than an 8.5 by 11. It's just got better proportions. I was thinking something like even maybe a little more dramatic of a page. Take a look at those two examples back from week 1 and those issue examples that were back in those links in week 1. Take a look at those and you'll see some really interesting page sizes. Also take a look through some of your classmates' presentations for the same. Okay. Also, is this page saying, it's definitely saying China and it's definitely saying winter, but is it saying Olympics? I'm wondering if a little placement of, just a simple placement of the Olympic logo. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, maybe somewhere like right there. Just a little placement of logo, just to give the viewer a really good, clear conception of what's going on upon opening the opening page. Now, those pages really, I'm going to suggest you do not center your type. Okay, centered type equals it equals symmetry on each side of the page, and symmetry, as we know, is not the most interesting thing in graphic design. So it's everything centered is just not, you're not using the page to its capability. My suggestion is this. I want you to think about your spreads. Okay, I'm going to go over here into view, and I'm going to say page display. I'm going to go to 2-page view, and we can see that it does not look like you're paying attention to the spreads, how these spreads look open together. Do you see what I'm saying? Unless your idea is to show this as one page at a time, which I don't know. What if you want to print it at one time? You know what I'm saying? Remember those things back here on, where is that? Let's just shoot back here real quick. Way back here, week 1 presentation overview. And then I just want to open it up, and then so we have Remember, where the heck are they? Well, I don't want to spend too much time looking for them, but they're back here in week 1, and the site's running really slow. So let me see, where were they? Was it? Maybe that was it. Maybe it was week 2. Was it week 2? Oh no, I know what it was. Sorry, I'm taking all this time to do this. Okay. So sorry. I should have had this set up before, but I didn't. So I'm sorry. You know what? I'm going to pause for a second. Okay, sorry about that. I found it. Week 1, project 1, phase information, phase 1 information research. If I pop that open and we take a look at the preview, then down at the bottom of the page are these two. And these two guys are what I was looking for. And if you just take a look at the page construction in these, and I'm not saying, I mean, we'll get to your graphics in a second, but look at the interesting page size and note that they're not just placing the type in the center. They're actually using all of this negative space on the page. So that it's really opening up this versatile page, allowing many, many different possibilities within the same page construction. Very nicely done. I want you to think about that for yours. Let's take a look at yours. Now, like I said, I don't think you're designing in spread, so let me just go back and turn that page display to single page view. So we have, okay, everything being centered, okay, Beijing, China. Is this the most interesting image in the world to depict Beijing, China? No, it's not a good image. Try to replace that with something really super interesting, and really think about how this is going to look in spreads. I really, really want you to think about designing in spreads. So again, we have this centered, just super like average type. It almost, I don't mean this with any offense at all, but it almost looks like this was typeset by like an office personnel, like a secretary or something. So there's not a whole lot of attention to detail and design here. So really, really think about that. And you can get some great ideas from those other presentations, as well as, like I said, from presentations from your classmates too. So again, we have this center type, causing this symmetry, and then everything being centered just equals kind of a straightforward, like. Now this is interesting because you have this grid set up here, so that's good. But again, center type. So I would really, really recommend rethinking your approach on all of your research presentation. Now, getting to the logo, first thing I want to say is I opened this page and I was stunned. It's gorgeous. The logo is gorgeous. Okay, these are mistakes though. That right there, that loop right there, that's a mistake, and anybody who knows Illustrator will see that immediately. So those have to be fixed. Try to get in there and do something with those, because this is a really nice logo. You've done a wonderful job, and it's negative aspects. It's Acrobat. Jeez. Anyway, these are really sitting well on white, and I think a solid color would sit well on white, or solid white sitting on a color would work as well. So yeah, these are a mistake. So those things need to be fixed. Fix them somehow. I don't know how you're going to do it, but those are where points get twisted. So I mean, you've done a good job with that, but okay, these are phenomenal. I love them. I like this one a lot because it's got some dimension. It's coming towards us. Same thing with the figure skater. So these are great, really, really great job. I'd like to see more. Okay, this is falling apart in its presentation, as we can see, actually very badly. The smaller this gets, see how that snowflake, you can see all the negative space in it, and here it almost looks like a black blob. So what you're doing in Illustrator is you need to scale, but maintain all of the original proportions when you scale. Okay, and because right now you're just scaling, but you're not constraining the original proportions. Okay. These look great. CMYK, don't forget to give your RGBs as well. And then again, there's that tiger falling apart. And that's what I was talking about. That looks good. That looks really good right there. I don't know about the logo up top, though. I would take that, put it up top, move this in the middle, put that down there. Metals look great. The flag, I mean, you're well on your way. You're well on your way, definitely. But just keep those things in mind. Right now, I'm a little bit more concerned about the presentation itself than the graphics. The graphics look great, but of course we need more. Okay, so again, go through those two examples and then go through the announcements to take a look at the actual Rio branding book as well as the other branding stuff I've put in there and really get a good idea of how many different things you can do, different directions you can go with this. Okay, awesome. Thanks, Austin. If you have any questions, give me a holler. Thanks. Oh, hey, I wanted to mention something before I go. I can say this because this is a private forum. I'm only placing this video in your, it can't be accessible to any other students. So I wanted to mention that I'm noticing that you haven't really been participating in the discussion boards a whole lot. And I did some calculations and it looks like you would be sitting at a pretty solid A in the class if you had been, gathering those points for participation. So just food for thought. I mean, I think you're an A student doing below A work because of the fact that you're not participating in the discussion board. So food for thought. Okay, if you have any questions, please get with me. All right, thanks.